Elyse Explosion, and I'm here with you today for a thrifting kind of video. Kind of, not really thrifting, more flea markets. But anyway, I've been inspired by a lot of my YouTube friends lately. Grace Toys Dolls, Thrifter Buy, Boy Likes Dolls, both of them have done some really, really incredible thrifting hauls lately. And I've just been like itching to go. I have not had the opportunity to get out to a thrift store lately. It's been really busy, actually. I've just been like slammed with work, as you guys can probably tell by the fact that this is going up way after noon on Friday. Well, noon Eastern at least. Maybe it's noon your time, in which case, nice. But a couple weekends ago, Mr. Explosion and I went out to the Elyse State Park flea market, and I had some luck there last year with stuff that I didn't end up filming, but I brought in so I could show you guys what we got there last year. And I found a couple things that I wanted. So first, here's some clips from the day. It was a weird day. The forecast was beautiful, and we get out there and it started raining, so we ran back out to the car, and then it stopped raining, so we came out from the car, and then it started hailing. So ultimately we did not have as good of a time as we'd wanted to. Usually we spend a lot more time like combing through, seeing what else is out there. Didn't get that this time around, but still found some treasures nonetheless. So let's rewind to last year. Last year we went out and I actually got a couple of really cool things. The first thing I found, and this was like almost as soon as I walked in, was this stack of vintage Muppet Babies Star comics. And I was like totally blown away by these. Like, this is the coolest thing to me. I love Muppet Babies. I'm a huge Jim Henson fan. And I got these half for the actual, and I think I paid $5 for the whole stack. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 in this stack. But half for, like, okay, let's take a look at, we've got a G.I. Joe ad on the back. We've got a Popples ad on the back. Mad Balls, of all things. We've got, these are some more Popples, but it's a different ad. And, okay, the Care Bears movie, more G.I. Joe stuff, and a Colgate Jr. mini comic with Captain America. This is really cool to me. I haven't had a chance to sort through these yet. My friend Matt over at Dinosaur Dracula does an excellent series every so often on his blog where he goes through and finds old comic book ads that are cool or weird or just plain nostalgic. And that was half of the inspiration for picking these up, because like I saw that G.I. Joe ad and I'm like, oh my god, that's really cool. The next thing I picked up was this adorable little sheet of like llama and alpaca stickers. They're little rainbow alpacas. I'm gonna go with alpacas. I don't think they're llamas. Llamas are a bit nastier. Alpacas tend to be slightly friendlier. And these are by Imperiali Arts. And I'll link that in the description, because I think I didn't really get to see too much of their stuff, but these stickers were so cute. I couldn't not. And it's always nice. I like supporting independent artists as much as I can, especially when they're at events like this, because that's not always the market they're aiming for. Like, that's not always their target demographic. You know, when you've got a lot of like, I don't know, old people selling beer signs and stuff like that, that's not usually what you find at a flea market. And then the best thing that I picked up, and this is just hilarious to me, it is a 1990 Scottish Barbie. I didn't know if she was Scotland Barbie or Scottish Barbie. She's Scottish Barbie. Mint in box. I have not taken her out yet because I I have a handful of mint in box Barbies that I keep in my living room. And I bought this mostly because my best friend is Scottish. She's from Scotland. She lives in Scotland. And I remember at the time, I took a bunch of pictures of the box and I sent them to her, and she's like, this is the most stereotypical thing in the entire world. So Claire, I'm sorry to rehash this with you. There's like a little like Scotland dictionary at the bottom. It's so weird, but she's a beautiful doll. She's like a, you know, obviously this is my youth right here. 1990, I was like, what, 4 or 5, something like that. This would have been like a doll that I would have probably seen in the stores as a kid. So this was last year. This year, my luck was also slightly more Barbie based. But I have a giant Target bag, which is going to be a hot commodity soon because New Jersey's bag ban goes into effect in like 2 weeks. So if you guys are from Jersey, make sure to put those reusable bags in your car, or else you're not going to be able to carry your groceries. So for starters, the first thing I picked up was actually the schedule of events. So I guess we did the one on, it must have been April 9th that we did, because it's what, the 29th? Yeah, so this is like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago at this point. But there's one weekend a month, and it's a really nice one, and Elyse State Park is really cool. It's a cool historical site in New Jersey. We went there for Halloween last year. They did a whole like Halloween in the 1800s. Really fascinating. Loved it. If you guys are local at all, do go check that out. But first, the first thing I picked up was, well, this is actually not the first thing I picked up, but it's the first thing I want to show. So on the list of weird things Elyse collects is actually license plates. I haven't really talked about them or shown them off because there's no, like, I don't know, how do you put a price on a collection like that? It's something that I've amassed over the years. I've always liked them. I think it's inspired mostly by the TV show Elyse Explains It All. In her bedroom, her bed used to be surrounded by license plates. And I thought that was the most novel thing in the entire universe. So when I was old enough to start accruing them, I did. And over the years, friends have given me some. So I have a couple of out-of-state plates that I've found, not a whole lot. My dear friend Allie, she used to be on YouTube as Super Echo Bear, if you guys remember. She sent me some plates from Idaho years ago. I have some from Florida, but when we were out, there was a whole vendor selling license plates, and he had a whole bunch of really, really cool ones. And I'm like, I want a license plate really badly. And it was like pouring rain at this point in time, but the cool thing about license plates is that they can't get ruined in the rain. So I ended up picking up a Nevada state plate, which Nevada's a little special because I've got relatives in Las Vegas, and we just came back from there for our honeymoon back in December. Delayed honeymoon, 2 years delayed honeymoon, whatever. But Michael and I picked this one out. It's pretty cool. It was like $20, I think. Which, no, it wasn't that much. It was $15, which I guess that's a reasonable price. I don't know what the retail market is for license plates. I just wanted to add it to the collection, and one of these days I'm gonna have enough space to like display everything. Maybe, when we move, whenever we move and I get a new place, I can like dedicate a wall to my plates, and that'd be pretty fun. So I guess I'll put him up here for now. While I go knock things over. And then there were a couple other things, like there was a group there selling hot sauce that was delicious, but they were out of the one that I wanted, which sucks, so I'm gonna have to purchase that one online later. But the next thing I found, and this was again the first booth when I walked in, there was a guy that had tubs and tubs of vintage Happy Meal toys, like McDonald's Happy Meal toys in package. Yeah, so there was tubs and tubs of vintage retro Happy Meal toys, and if you guys have been around the channel for a while, you know that Happy Meal toys are pretty special to me. Like I've done a couple of videos on them, and I'm a big fan. It's a very interesting uniqueness that I like. And going through the box, he had a couple like like the McNugget buddies pulled off to the side, the changeables pulled off to the side, you know, the ones that are actually like worth something. But in the one bucket he had like, I think it was like 6 or 7 for $10. And I'm like, that sounds like a decent price. So in the bag, all this big bag for these, I found this one is the Totally Toy Holiday from 1993. And this is a little miniature Polly Pocket, which, put a pin in that, we're going to come back to them very, very soon. Then there was this one. This is from the Ronald McDonald's Happy Birthday Happy Meal from, what's this, 1994. It's from 1994, and it is part of, so the Happy Birthday Happy Meal made like a little train that you could all connect and like drag along, and they all did something. This one is Kermit and Miss Piggy from Muppet Babies, which ties back into my find from last year. Very, very cool. But the reason I stopped, and something I'm actually very, very excited for this one, because it gave me an idea. So I found not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 whole different Barbie Happy Meals. And these range from, this is 1992, 1992, 1992. This is also 92. So we've got 4 from the same set, and then 1 much later one. I want to say this one isn't dated, but as it's 1995. So we've got 4 from the early 90s and 1 from the mid 90s. This one is USA Barbie. This one is Western Stampin' Barbie, which I may keep for myself, as I had the actual doll for this one. It was one of my favorites of all time. I also found Hollywood Hair Barbie, which I definitely remember. This is Secret Hearts Barbie. And lastly, this is Paint and Dazzle Barbie. That didn't show up at all because there's glare. There we go. But one of the things that I was thinking about and I wanted to do is I kind of want to make Happy Meal, Happy Mails, and send them out to a couple of friends. I have a couple people in mind that I might shoot you guys an email. But, you know, if anybody would be interested, I may have a couple, or I also may just go back and get more because I had an idea, the wheels were spinning. If this is something that is interesting to you, let me know in the comments. But that's it. It was my tiny little haul from the flea market. I really want to go thrifting, but I'm super excited. I want to go to the thrift store. Maybe I can convince my sister to go this weekend. Maybe I can convince my husband to go this weekend. We'll find out. But anyway, friends, I think that's going to be it for this video. Do you like these? Do you guys like seeing like thrifting hauls? Like, you know, it's a little different from like if you go and you buy something on Amazon or at like a big box store or anywhere like that. It's a bit more eco-friendly, shall we say. It's still a bit consumerist, but I mean, let's be real. There's nothing minimalist about my house. I am 100% maximalist here. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see more of these because I love going to the thrift store. I love going to flea markets and just finding the weird and cool and unique things that they've got at them. So I guess that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody take care, be well, and I will see you in the next video. Later.